It is stand and deliver, little fig. Though I think I like yours better. You bellow like a true berserker.
The commander said I only had to keep out bad ones, so you can pass. I'm not a little girl, I'm a warrior.
Even I could have told you this was a silly thing to say.
Now pass. Oi! Stop a moment. Commander, you're in trouble!
What a surprise.
Oh, Mahler's mark, an ambush.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home.
Some battles, even Boo is not brave enough to fight.
Ryan.
A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained in all this time she's been away? 7.
If you are trying to help me, please stop.
The message went, I'm sorry, you know what to do.
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult, which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved us, so tell me. Are we all doomed? So fight. That's what all you heroes and harpers are for, isn't it?
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old after all.
So old!
Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots. No arguing. Just tell me you're well.
I am well.
And Minsk?
Boo is also very well, and happy to see you, Ryan.
And I him. Enough that I'll let him keep his lumbering, sweaty steed inside. So, this cult. What's our plan?
I'm not fool enough to think I can change your mind. But if you're staying, I don't want you taking up arms. There are other ways to fight.
Really? Like what?
You shame me. In all our hunting, I had put them from my mind.
Right. Leave them to us then. If we can't get them past the checkpoints, we'll at least make sure they're watched over if it comes to fighting in the streets. If I have to stay home and babysit, then it's your job to make sure there's still a home to look after. Take what you need, and we'll do the grand reunion when you come back for good. So, lovely as it is to have you back, Mother, go away. You have work to do.
Aye, aye, Commander. Wait, one more thing. There are doppelgangers on our trail. One even went so far as to steal my face.
All right then. If you turn up looking for hugs and kisses, I'll be sure to shoot first.
That's my girl.
A fine day to you, sir. Are you known to this court? rude manners, but you speak well enough for a peasant.
Jessim discovered an old family tree in my study. We haven't had a moment's peace since.
Tetherian nobility. You might be royalty, Jaheira. You don't want to be queen, of course, and Ryon curses too much, so it would have to be me.
Careful, girl. They have a habit of taking against tyrants there.
I'm not a tyrant. If anyone calls me one, I'll have Fig chop their head off.
I take no responsibility for your plants. You know I'm more of a mushroom man.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this what I am hearing?
I tended to it. I just let it thrive in its own independence. You know, same way you raised us.
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy. What happened?
I watched what you did instead of listening to what you said. This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than, well, mother dear.
Wards, family, lifelong irritants. Use whichever term you wish.
We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Some merchant started in with the usual. Yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really? When Mother was done with him, well, let's say he won't have any sons of his own to worry about.
Nature's law in action. The cub speaks. I have given you much reason to think that Harpers hoard secrets like precious stones, but I promise you, this was not some intrigue. Just, plain and simple foolishness. As if by keeping clear of my family, I might keep them clear of the cult in turn. And if this fight were to go against us, well, they had already done their mourning. Why visit it on them twice? Of course I was. You met her, did you not? The girl had opinions before she had teeth. I was wrong to think I could keep my children from this fight. They're Baldurian born and bred. The only damned reason I root myself in this place. This city is a cesspit. An open sewer of the soul that taints us with its filth and churns us out when all that is good has been stripped away. It also happens to be their home. And so it is mine. Ugh. That might be the first time I have said that out loud. Now come. We had best get to saving it. Lest Ryon turn her ire on us both. I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jaheira! I didn't want to see if you were really dead. They said...
Who said?
Jord and Ryon. They didn't think I could hear.
You little sneak thief? Well, they were wrong. Look! Not dead. I just... had a few adventures. Like, No, cub. He does not mean me. Now, cub. Solitude is a wonderful thing, but not too much. Come downstairs and fight with your sisters.
Wait. Here. I was... keeping this safe.
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
The Archdruid's eyes and ears have fallen away in her absence. I am training new ones.
There's been killings in a holy place. Stinks of incense and blood.
Down by the Blushing Mermaid, there's a stink of something fey. Smell of arse, too. But Boss doesn't care about that.
I bring word of gnomes. Gnomes in the sea.
Keen eye. But if it's supplies you seek, weapons to aid in our fight, you won't find them behind that door. There is nothing back there of worth to anyone but me. It should be no surprise to you that Harpers like to hold their secrets close. Whether there is sense in it or not. On my word, all you will find inside is dust. And the moldering keepsakes of a much younger woman.
Jaheira, our friend has put their trust in us. Boo thinks it is only right to return the gesture, no?
You so rarely make a habit of being right, Ranger, that it puts me ill at ease when you are. Pass then. Go on. See what it is a foolish old Harper thinks worth hiding away.
The cub speaks.
The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging, extend their life well beyond its natural reach. In greener days, I might have been strong enough to do it. I might be yet, with the right preparations. I make no plans. Only contingencies. Do not look at me like that. I have been content to see the span of my natural years. A privilege far too few in this world can claim. I do not speak of clinging to life for its own sake, I just look back on that life's work and I wonder, is it done? The dead three plague the world still. The city still falls prey to small minds like Gortash or lost souls like Orin. It is every Harper's hope to be a light that drives out darkness. But I've lived long enough to see so many of those lights burn out, while the shadows cling stubbornly on. Knowing that, isn't it our duty to burn on if we can? To fight for as long as we are able?
I'd cling to life forever if it means I could keep Baldur's Gate safe. But time marches me to a different fate.
And if it does? That does not mean you cannot dig your heels in a little. In truth, I had put this ritual from my mind. Until last light. Trapped in that darkness, I turned to my research again. What if I was a little stronger? As fast as I once had been. Then you came. And made the question moot. But I kept this, just in case, I told myself. A final resort. Perhaps you were not the savior you seemed. I had learned better than to think of life as some simple tale after all. There is no guarantee of happy endings, or true heroes. I believe that still. But when I look on all that we have achieved since, I wonder perhaps it is not heroes we need. Only people who are willing to try. I do not know what manner of story that makes. But I do know that without an ending, it would be no story at all. So I will accept mine, when and however it comes. As for this city story, well, that is entirely your problem now, Cub. I have no plans to lie down and die. Well, perhaps a little lying down when all of this is done. But I do not plan on going anywhere just yet. And besides, you still have a tadpole in your skull. You are almost certainly going to die first.
Commander!
Spare me your salutes, little traitor. You walked me right into that ambush.
Sorry, Commander. You are my commander, but George promised me pies.
I can't fault your priorities. You'll look after them for me?
Can I have a real sword?
No.
Fine.
Who among us hasn't wondered what it would be like to live forever? But I think you've got the right idea. Better I live fully and meaningfully than to pine for an always and forever I could never achieve.
Jaheira's wisdom is plain to see. One of the greatest ways in which you can serve nature is to surrender your body back to it when the time comes. It may be some centuries before my flesh is ready to yield, but I hope I shall be bold enough to follow in her path when the day comes.
So Jaheira is willing to embrace mortality, the ultimate form of retirement, and that's thanks to impressing her through your actions. Quite the compliment.
Jaheira littering the streets in broad daylight. I swear, sometimes it is as if she does not care for this city at all.
Jaheira has steel in her, I'll say that. It's not easy to walk away from immortality. Most people will have held on to that scroll for as long as they could bear to, and probably a century or two longer than that.
Should I ever take to the astral plane, I'll have no need of scrolls to secure my immortality. Still, it is becoming of a mortal to accept their fate, as Jaheira does. Not everyone is meant to live longer than the stars.
Just when I think I can't respect Jaheira anymore, she hits me with a grenade right to the heart. I couldn't agree with her more. There's more to life than time. It isn't about how long you're here. It's about what you do with whatever time you've got. And Jaheira? Well, I don't think anyone spent their hours better than her. I don't know what I was expecting. Something beyond real. My life would have been so different if I ended up working for her instead of Gortash. Looking after these kids. Making a difference. Maybe in the next life.
A hero of legend. Passing the figurative torch onto us. We'd best not disappoint her. The thought of a scolding from Jaheira's ghost is not one I particularly relish.
The cub speaks. Ask it. Oh dear. Should I brace myself for some fashion advice? But I suppose you have earned better than glibness from me. It was a gift from my husband Khalid. He was a harper. A better one than me, truth be told. Any idiot can swing a sword, but to believe in the cause with the whole of your heart, a much trickier thing. He died. Alone, in pain, and far too young. Murdered by a mage who craved immortality. I'll not grant it by naming him in the same breath as my husband.
The quiet, unassuming shadow to Jaheira's strength, Khalid was another warrior who helped end the Baalspawn crisis. Shortly after, he was murdered by the mad mage John Irenicus.
I've never known a warrior to go so far out of his way to avoid a fight. Most harpers swagger and flash their feathers to catch your attention. Khalid was quiet to a fault. And when we were married, on an upturned cart in the rainy Dalelands, he stammered so much. I've never been sure if our vows actually counted. The druid in me would like to say it was a thing of balance. The younger woman recalls rather more about a fine bottom and the habit not to speak unless he had something to say. The songs make much of Khalid's meekness. The quiet little harper who had to keep a tight hold on his courage, but he had it when it counted. And more than that, he had compassion. When you live a harper's life, see all that a harper sees, that is by far the harder thing to hold on to. But a bard can tell you all the rest. As for all the things they cannot, well, I shall just have to keep those for myself.
You will grow to like Jaheira's incense in time. Like chewing herbs and soap, yes? Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. We have! Is it not wonderful? There is no need for sweet words between companions such as we. Too often those are the weapons of flatterers and frauds. But she who will beat you about the head with the cold and pointy truth, that is a true Wicklaren. You suggest that Minsk uses the term lightly? Simply leaps from Dynaheir to Jaheira with no caring for the custom itself? An unworthy thought. And wrong. In between, there was also Eri, my second witch. She needed a protector, and Boo suggested that it might as well be Minsk. And when she went her own way, Minsk and Boo set to thinking. There is power in the Wicklaren bond. Far too much to be wasted on weeping. To use that power to serve the living does not sully the dead. It honors them. A hero is only as good as the friends they have at their back. This is why Boo favors this spot just above my buttocks.
Don't distract me. It's all I can do to stay balanced. Yes, I stole a purse from the evidence room. It was stupid, and I swore to Blaise Portier I'd never do it again. Ever. I have to stand on one leg until she believes me. I have no idea.
The thugs are getting bolder. My husband's been mugged twice this month, if you can believe it. Oh, darling, you've been hurt too. Shame what this city's come to.
If you're here to report something, don't bother. The Fist don't give a damn.
About time. The Manip assured me a builder would come around a 10-day ago, and hold it. You're not the builder. Which means I've got no use for you. Hooligans at the Mermaid have been using my shutters for target practice. And that's not the half of it. I've had to replace the same window 3 times now, not to mention the mess they've made of my front door. Now either you learn to fix my broken shutters, or you wag your tongue elsewhere.
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me, why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless Fist said she had a lead, but she must have been sucking Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
You catch the barest tendrils of magic coiled around the flaming fist.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Someone or something has tampered with her memory.
What were we discussing?
What is happening?
Nonsense, I'm fine. Madam, tell me why you're here, and I will assist.
God, you're right. Something's wrong with her. Can you help me? I've no family, and Vanra's father isn't around. The flaming fist was my last resort. I'm so afraid. I'm so tired. I've been looking night and day everywhere I could. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one. Of course. The front of house, Bosun Gannet was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaid, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
I apologize for the hassle that woman caused. Such time wasters and troublemakers are a plague on the Flaming Fist.
A new client? What a thrill. For you? Latterly? Some call me the Great Collector. Others, the Merchant of Mysteries. But you, my friend, you can call me Skittle. Step up and marvel at the spectacular wonders on offer. Oh, artifacts most priceless. Should one call a prison his home? The prison's pipes are a veritable maze of cracks and crannies. What a rat finds, a rat keeps. Captives have wants and needs. It is my pleasure, nay, my duty, to fulfill them. Indeed, my mirthful mate. Care to take a squeak at my fun ratstical wares? My enterprise is a more covert sort. I do my dealings in squeakret. The prison's pipes are a veritable maze of cracks and crannies. What a rat finds, a rat keeps. Captives have wants and needs, my plentiful patron. It is my pleasure, nay, my duty, to fulfill them.
Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Gold first, then you can hit me. Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up. So, you having a go or not? Then move. Let someone else have a go.
Well met. I am the Society's leading expert on myconid spore telepathy. But I've had to delay my experiments. Run out of spores, you see. Oh, I miss them, those myconid spores. I don't feel quite right without them. Probably shouldn't have inhaled them all so quickly.
Ah, a surface dweller. You find yourself in the cradle of all knowledge relating to the Underdark. The Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you? A wonderful wonderful research partnership. I'm sure you'll agree. They are upstairs if you wish to share any theories with them. I assure you, we are as well provisioned an institution as any other you'll find in this city. We simply prefer to keep our wealth away from areas of study. One must stay humble in order to achieve true academic rigor. A most intelligent impulse. But I'm afraid it simply isn't possible. New memberships are on hold for as long as those wretched absolutists are banging on the city gates. It does, however, give you plenty of time to prepare your admission thesis. A brisk 30,000 words should be more than sufficient.
Once I publish my paper proving that it's just hyena mite infections that make gnolls so angry, I'll be famous.
My surface-dwelling friend, how long has it been? I am glad to see you well. I see your tadpole remains in its state of suspension. Your case has set us on quite the detour from our planned expedition work. We've thought about very little else. In the field seeking further subjects for study, though it has been gone for longer than I anticipated. After observing the nature of your tadpole's stasis, we felt it wise to report back to the Society. Omelowum went out into the city to seek out further undeveloped infections like yours. But I have heard nothing since. I admit, I'm somewhat concerned. We are usually sticklers for updating one another on our progress. Omelowum believed the answer to this riddle lay within the city walls and held some connection to the cult of the Absolute. I had the distinct impression it was intentionally keeping its hypothesis from me, as though even the theory would be enough to put me in danger. Why that would be, I can only theorize myself. It is rather outside my area of expertise. Omelowum is most likely safe and well, and simply absorbed in its work. However, it would put my mind at rest to confirm it if you happen across its path.
I'm compiling a translation dictionary so warring species of the Underdark can understand each other. It's an essential step forward.
Hello, fellow citizen. I'm not suspicious. Are you?
The girl is hiding something from the other one. She has candy in her pocket.
You spotted it! It's spy candy! Because I'm a spy for the Absolute! Whee!
This game sucks dead gnolls. When do I get to be the Steel Watcher?
Halt, citizen! Wait right here for Steel Watcher scanning. Ooh, a snitch! I mean, good tip there, citizen. You may pass. Don't move, Cinnamon. Now, inspection protocol initiated. Hand over that candy.
Hello, hello. Ooh, are you the new cheese dropper? I do hope so. I'm almost down to the last crumbs. Alexander was his name. He dropped all manner of morsels, but the cheeses were the best. Until the Red Man visited. A dwarf, all dressed in red. He smiled and held Alexander close, and then Alexander was shouting and struggling, and soon he was all dressed in red as well. So many red morsels fell out of Alexander. They tasted like salt and rust. Very good, even better than cheese. Away to make more people red and to spill their tasty morsels. Go away now. Your delicious scent makes me crave your morsels, but it would be rude to bite you.
Have you fallen foul of a cultist's curse? Been addled by an absolutist incantation? Not sure? Best stock up on charms, just in case. Protection, of course. Who knows the horrors these cultists have up their sleeves? Can't be too prepared.
Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm not stupid. I know it's probably a scam, but what if it's not?
Be very welcome to Flim's Cobblers, humble family home of our Archduke Enver Gortash. He may not have followed in his old man's shoe steps, but Archduke's not so bad, is it?
Gortash's dad. He seems proud.
Nothing. It's as though the inner workings of his mind have been wiped clean.
He's the image of me, isn't he? Always was a handsome devil.
Ah, sir, you've chosen a special day to visit the family home of Archduke Enver Gortash. We're celebrating our dear son's magnificent achievement with a special run of leather-soled shoes.
Gods. Gortash has a mother. I assumed he sprang fully formed from a lich's arse crack or something.
Help me! Dear gods, help me!
Your tadpole squirms. These people are infected with the parasite, but something is off. You search her mind, but the psionic forces that control her are different, split somehow. Your own consciousness slips into the gap.
Help me! Gods, help me! Enver's ruined my mind, he's taken my body. I should have slammed the door in his face, but I let him in and he rammed some kind of worm in our eyes. I'm here, but I can't speak, I can't act, I'm trapped. He said he wanted to make us powerless. Still bitter after all these years, but we did what was best for him, for all of us. We had debts, world-ending debts, trying to keep this cursed shop afloat. Dangerous lenders who said they'd bury us all if we didn't pay. Then a warlock offered us a pretty penny for Enver's service. He was a smart boy. Too smart. It was give him up, and all of us live, or refuse and die. What choice did we have? We got good coin for him. Closed our debts, and all of us kept our lives. Enver included. You may disagree, Enver did, but we don't deserve this torment. You're the first person who's heard the real me in months. There has to be. I can't live like this. I'm trapped. Trapped. There has to be another way. I deserve to live again. I deserve my own life. My son, you've seen what he's like, same now as when he was a boy. Hateful little wretch. If you were me, you'd have sent him away too, believe you me. Wait!
Your tadpole lashes and recoils. The connection is broken.
Come again soon.
So, Gortash's parents sold him to a warlock. Why does that sound so familiar? I've got no interest in empathizing with the fuck. But maybe what he did to me was some kind of mirror of what happened to him. When you get fucked up, you fuck up right back.
An intruder! These people are under my protection. I'll not let you harm them. Hearken to my words, wicked creature. Return to the pit of evil from whence you came.
Don't listen. Who knows what spells it weaves around us? Quickly, cleric.
Helm, protector of all, grant me the power to ignite this creature's flesh and burn its bones to ash. Begone, monster. Your hag mother holds no power here.
Wait. Cled smells no lie.
Then you speak truth. You fought a hag before. At ease, everyone. We may have found ourselves an ally. Forgive the paranoia. We're being hunted by a vile and wicked hag. We feared you, her minion. She's already hexed one of us, and any of us could be next. Because we dared to do the impossible. We dared to fight back. You see, all of us here have fallen victim to a hag's vicious ways. But instead of succumbing to despair, we rose above it, thanks to Mayrina, our leader. Together, we've been helping others who've suffered at the claws of a hag. Only, Mayrina's been hexed by the very hag who now hunts us. You're the one that saved her. The one that ventured to the depths of Ethel's lair. I can hardly believe it. You look so normal. By Helm, perhaps there is hope. If anyone can help Mayrina, it's you. She's upstairs. But be warned, she's not as you remember her.
Damn it! Listen to me. The doll. The doll. The doll. Find the doll.
You removed my hex. That's annoying. I wanted to play a little longer. Auntie likes her toys broken. She's not going to be happy I had to get my hands dirty. They want to hurt Auntie. They have the book. I will die before I let anyone touch a hair on her head. Ha! You have no idea how wrong you are. I have worshipped her for decades past, and will for decades more.
That lying, thieving, scaly little shit! Thanks for knifing the bastard. That makes twice you've saved me. I'm starting to think you're my guardian angel. You too. I've come a long way since we last met. Decided I was sick and tired of feeling stupid, helpless. So I decided I wasn't going to be a victim anymore. This group is made of survivors, people like me who've been hurt by hags. I brought them together to fight back. We tracked a hag to the city, but lost her trail. Right after she snatched a little girl. Ugh, I bloody hope not. I see her enough in my dreams. No, Ethel is dead, thanks to you. But this one is no less of a nightmare.
The moment I started investigating the missing girl, I felt the hag's eye on me. Next thing, I was sprouting wool and bleating up a storm. That's her! And she vanished in the maid. That sounds like a lead. We'll do what we can to find the girl, but our chances are a lot higher with you on our side. Check the safe in the back. I've done my homework on hags since we last tangled with Ethel. Take whatever you need. I know it by heart anyway.
This is all my fault. Mayrina was hexed mere days after the Dragonborn joined us. Why didn't I see it? That's no excuse. I know what they're like. Yet still, I welcomed the Dragonborn with open arms. Mayrina was right about you. Thank you for saving her when I couldn't.
The Dragonborn was Cled's friend. Why? Why would he hurt Lady Mayrina? But Lady Mayrina was kind to him. To us. Anyone who hurts Lady Mayrina is Cled's enemy. But anyone who helps her is Cled's friend. Thank you.
I can't believe one of our own was a redcap. Why didn't I see it? I've seen it before. Had a hag mask root itself to my face. I should have known. Thank you for stepping up when I didn't. I'm damn glad you were here.
This uniform's neat, isn't it? But why am I... Oh, wait. I had a shift at the counting house. Oops.
I'm off the clock, Ducarl. Or I would be, if it weren't for this blithering idiot. If you've got business at the counting house, it's just down the road.
Keep bloody wits about you in here. The captain is trying to keep it hush-hush. But I heard a kid got nabbed. Knew it. No wonder Captain Grizzly shoots daggers at anyone who mentions it. My guess, it's them squatters. Spotted a bunch of misfits sneaking into one of them boarded-up houses. Ugh, animals. Lord Gortash will find that kid and sort all this out. Just you wait.
It's so unfair. I tried to go to Duke Gortash's ceremony, but it was a closed event. All I wanted was a peek at him. He's gorgeous.
You're going on a date? Are you joking? The city is a hair's breadth from violence, and we're shipping off at first light.
So? I'll be back by then.
Mate, you'd be late to your own funeral. Look, skip the date, and I'll take you out the next time we port, all right?
Her eyes shine with concern and love, that of more than a friend.
Love? Well, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, I'm worried about you, mate. Ship wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh, come on. You know I'm a sucker for that soppy shit. Fine, no date. But let's say we grab another one here for the road. My treat.
Deal.
So, where are you taking me out at next port? I'm thinking expensive.
Nowhere, if you don't finish your drink and move.
If you had to choose the rat one or the blonde one, which should I? Which would you choose?
Shh. Red one or blonde one? You're right. You're so right.
Bosun! A red ale, please.
Word of advice, don't open a tap here. I didn't pay for 16 months, and suddenly it's work off your debt or lose a limb. Not a bit of reason on them.
If you're some big fan of Duke Gortash, turn your ass around and walk. Preferably straight into the harbour waters.
No pissing or shitting. If you break it, you pay for it. Any fighting and Captain Grizzly will shank you. Got it? Gods above. Not again. You pull a knife on me like the last one and you're getting a boot, you hear? That woman, Lara, Laura, whatever her bloody name is. She was screaming her head off about some kid. Tore the place apart. Bloody disturbing. Captain Grizzly had to clock her in the end. Threw her out on her arse. Good riddance.
Want to hear a hot one? The other day, I met some folks who banded together to fight back. Against what, you ask? Hags. How stupid can you get?
Dad, I'm not a cow you can sell on the market.
Please, honey. Creditors are clawing at our door. This marriage will save the business. Just meet the Nilssons, son. One meeting. For us. For your family.
Excuse me, sir, quick question. Would you marry a stranger so your family can make buckets of gold?
See? I'll tell your mother to make arrangements.
But, Dad...
Not another word. You'll meet the Nilsson boy, and you're going to love him. I promise.
Can't a captain be bloody hungover in peace? Oh. Why, hello there. Captain Grizzly at your service. What can I do for a long drink of water like yourself? You're standing in it, smart ass. Or her innards, at least. She may not sit on water no more, but she'll always be my ship. Oh, not this claptrap again. Listen, Laura was here, all right? Knocking back pints like there's no tomorrow. But she was alone. I saw head nor ass of this so-called kid, and when we tried to kick her out, she pulled a knife on my front man. Bet she didn't tell you that bit, huh? Not a notion. But not a soul has seen this so-called Vanra of hers, myself included. Look, I know Laura from my pirating days. She ran with Bart Blackdagger's crew. Heard they tossed her overboard when she gutted the bosun over a game of cards. Now, I'd no beef with her before this. All are welcoming the maid. But threatening my staff, claiming we took her kid, she's bonkers. Dangerous. Next time she pulls a knife on me and mine, someone might die. Something has to be done. Gods! Do I have to spell it out for you? There is no child. Laura is mad as a box of frogs. She's dangerous. And I couldn't call myself a captain if I stood by and did nothing. I hate that it's come to this, but I'll pay a hoard of gold to whoever scuppers her. Permanently. No less insane than lying about having a kid. If you don't do it, I'll find someone else. You can make it painless. Not everyone will. Oh, you're no fun. I wanted you to stain your soul with the blood of an innocent mother.
Oh, well, guess I'll just decorate the room with your insides. They'll match my new carpet beautifully.
Hello, Petal. Miss me? Marina ran off with the child I was promised because of you. So I had to find myself a new one. And little Vanra was so very tasty. Oh, Petal, she'll thank me for it. Vanra sits in my belly, growing fat with power. In time, I'll vomit her up and have myself a fresh young hag to train. Unfortunately, that leaves me in a pickle. For while I'd love to rip your guts out, I shouldn't. Exertion is bad for the baby, you know. So, walk away. Walk away and let me a fine hag make. Or what? You'll kill me, touch me, and the girl dies. And I'll simply return, stronger than ever. A woman in my condition should be relaxing in the bath, not dealing with this nonsense. I'll leave you to my crew, matey. And should you somehow survive, stay away, or Vanra will suffer. What did you... Stay down, Vanra! No! No! Stay down! Ah! You cost me a fresh young hag. I'm going to paint the wall with your guts, you little shit stain.
If you're here to complain that the booze tastes like piss, I know. Anything else? And I didn't lift a finger to save her. It was like I was stuck in a fog, my mind addled from every direction. All I could hear was a voice telling me the captain was safe and well upstairs. Gives me the willies just thinking about it. Captain said you're one of us now, so far as I'm concerned, you're part of the crew, mate. Welcome to the Maid.
What were those monsters? If there is so much as a scratch on you, I'm going to ruin Grizzly.
Dad, breathe. I'm all right. And you, thank you for stopping those, whatever they were. We need to tell the captain about this. He's old friends with Grizzly.
We'll get the word out, but this ain't our problem. Nor yours, mate. Suggest you scarper while the going is good.
Well, if it isn't the hag killer, if you're here to see how I am, don't. My crew has been acting like I'm bloody made from porcelain. I'm this close to kicking in a few teeth, just to show I've still got it.
You brought her back. You brought back my sweet, sweet girl. It was everything. I'll never forget it. Here. A token from the pirate life I left behind. Thank you for being braver than half this city put together.
She's dead, isn't she? Ethel is dead.
Yes! Fuck you, Ethel, you miserable old bat! Fuck you for telling me I'd be an awful mom. That I was nothing but a pregnant half-wit. Oh, and the girl? You saved her too, right? Oh, thank the gods. You hear that, Connor? Ethel is dead.
Oh, You didn't change back. You're still a zombie. I thought with Ethel gone. Never mind. I'll find another way to turn you back. Somehow. I know. Damn it. I know. Connor. I love you. I've loved you since we were kids. And you picked me bluebells and asked me to the summer fair. But you're gone. And this thing isn't you. Not anymore. Not everyone can be saved. I learned that lesson from Ethel. I just needed you to remind me. Here. Thank you for killing Ethel. But I'd like you to go now. I'll be fine. I know I'm stronger than this. I just need some time.
Ah, I was hoping to bump into you sooner or later. I've heard about you. I know the so-called savior of the city has taken an interest in you. One thing I've learned, real saviors never label themselves as such. I like to keep my ear to the ground. If there's someone knocking around who I think could use a good turn, I try to, turn them. I might not have exactly what you need, but I remain at your service. Have a look at least.
It's you. I never forget a face. Noble stock is why the customers came. We were out in our arses soon enough without it. Too bad my worthless fella couldn't get one simple thing right in his life. Oh, sure. Cultists on the loose, a murderer hacking people to bits, and big metal freaks stomping hither, thither, and yon. Couldn't be more delighted. He's wrecking my head, as always. Makes himself useful with a broom from time to time, at least.
Bloody ridiculous. Some folk must live a charmed life if a child playing in the street's their greatest worry.
This city has been in a downward spiral for too long. Only the soft-hearted and the street vermin dare to deny it.
Nobody wants to read the riot act to a child, but, well, discipline's got to start somewhere, eh?
I was just playing. I wasn't even aiming at him.
I used to play in these very streets when I was young myself. Nobody's got the right to deny a child their childhood.
I'm not saying the lad will definitely grow up to turn criminal or anything, but I've seen it happen before.
Lord Gortash will make things right. The good old days will be back. At least for those who deserve them.
Look, pal, you want a broadsheet? You'll have to wait. I'm taking my break. You got a problem with that? Talk to the Gazetteers Guild. I got rights, you know.
Sorry, we can't sell you the broadsheet yet. Got to take my stinky break first. Boring.
Why, you? What in shadows have you come back for?
You have been the subject of many wrinkled brows between my hamster and I, Sir Bankerbeard. On the one hand, you are clearly evil and deserving of a mouthful of righteous knuckle. But, on the other hand, the one in which Boo sits and pleads your case. At the time of our last meeting, Minsk was the evil one. So, we are not agreed on whether we will return here and feed you to a mimic yet.
I see. Well, by all means, keep me up to date. And not even a whisker light. God, you're a boring bastard. Me too, I suppose, because I'm not even tempted to scam you. Take this vault key. You'll find something by way of thanks inside.
You'll have to excuse us. My darling and I are enjoying the view of the city.
Gods, I can't stand this place.
Hey, mate, you look pretty well geared up. Could you spare a healing potion? No, but I expect to be. Once Helbert Hume's thugs catch up with me. So rich they piss in golden pots. Or at least that's what Henrietta tells me. She's Hulbert's daughter. We was engaged, secretly, but now it seems she's set to marry Dirk Rillin. I tried to see Hen, but Papa had other ideas. If I kick up a fuss, it might blow back on Hen. She's got troubles enough. Dirk Rillin is a major arsehole. I guess you've never been in love. Ah, my favourite flavour too. Thanks, mate. Don't fall for any patriarch's daughters.
Fire in the... Oh, my silk. What are the chances it's you?
Ah, and the heart-stopping bloodsucker. I hope you've changed your mind. My neck is yours, anytime.
And I will keep refusing until the end of time. I'm done bowing to the whims of others.
Never say never. Forgive the mess. Your blood is far more volatile than I'd anticipated. It's a breakthrough in the sanguine arts, the likes of which the world has never seen. The Grand Matriarch will have no choice but to restore House Ablodra after I present her with my research. But listen to me, rabbiting on about myself when I have you, the prize bleeder, on my very doorstep. If you'd come inside, we could discuss something far more exciting than drow politics. Ah, a cozy little spot, isn't it? These four walls have witnessed greater alchemical triumphs than the keep of Erngath Durand. And now that you're here, the crown jewel of my research is soon to be faceted. All you have to do is drink Formula Gruner.
If that's her formula I can smell, it's even fouler than her blood. Oof. Gods below.
Well, yes, Formulae Arcu through Fruac were spectacular failures. But Gruner is different. Believe me. When you first entered this home, you saw the incredible latent power within your blood exposed in all its nuances. Formula Gruner will unleash that power within you. Risky, but, safe.
Say no. The only thing she's offering is pain. And I don't want to see you hurt.
Not even for the betterment of the alchemical arts the realm over. Not even for that.